Hi all, welcome to my channel, welcome to my world. This is the world of Wayne. Today we've got the next 5 stages of the Deagostini Collectables release of Build the Ford GT. So we're doing stages 43 to 47. It's a nice relaxing stages, I think these are, because I'm heading off to the airport later on today to fly over the pond to arrive in Louisville in time for Wonderfest this weekend. Looking forward to it. Can't wait. I love airports. That's all part of the travel for me. So if you want to get this for yourself, I have put a link down in the video description. You can get this all the way from pack 1. I believe today we're going to be working on the suspension. We haven't really got any big bits, but if you remember the last time we did this, and I'll try and bring it over, we had this massive floor pan. That's all we built. So we are going to be building onto this and then starting to put the suspension in place. Something else that I did notice in the instructions, that we are going to be putting this rim on as well. But we haven't put the tyre on it yet, so I don't know what that's all about. Let's find out together. Without further ado, let's get cracking. Here you go, this is stage 43. Again, all the magazines come with each stage of this. So let's flick through to what we're doing. Looks like we've got an exhaust. Oh, it's a radiator pipe. We've got a radiator pipe going into the car here, underneath the floor pan that we created in the last pack. So by the end of it, it's looking just like this. Now, unlike the build yesterday, everything in this build is quite small packs, to be honest with you. We do have some little pipes in here as well. Okay, if I bring over that floor pan that we created, you can see we've got a recess in here for this pipe to go in. This is looking like that. We want it round this way here, and it's just going to be going into that recess just like that, making sure that these pins, little lugs there, are going to hold that into place. Now I do have to screw this in. I've got FD04 screw here, and that just goes onto that back section just there. It's only the one screw. That'll be enough to hold this in place because the lugs are holding the rest of it. So we've got these brake fluid brackets to put in now. They're just going to go over these 2 lugs here. So we do have, again, a locating pin just at the bottom. So that one goes over like this. Make sure that slots in all the way. And then the other one here just goes on the other side. And once again, held in place with these FD04 screws. All we've got then is this pipe. Now these pipes are going to go into this position here. Just seeing how they fit. They are quite tight in there, so I'm not going to glue them. But we leave it like that, and that is all there is to do in that stage. The only large piece in this pack is stage 44. So again, here's the magazine. And as you can see, we have got the front subframe. Looking like that. We've got one piece to put into this. So by the end of it, it's looking like that. Nice quick stage, this one. So this is what the subframe looks like. This is plastic. I can tell that from the weight before I even open it. And we do have this one part here that we're about to put in. And this is actually the spare wheel mount. So this is actually just going to go through the hole here. It's going to be secured on one side by a lug there. That's going to hold that in. And then on the other side, we've got one screw here. This is an FP01 screw. Just screw that in. And that's probably the quickest stage of the whole build, because that's all done. In stage 45, again, here's the magazine. And then we're starting to do the right front suspension. A little bit more fiddly, but it is still only 3 pieces here and some screws. So we'll get the suspension in, and we do get to mount this on this frame that we've just created. So all of these parts are metal. You probably heard that when I just dropped that there. Strangely though, the bracket that's holding them is plastic. So, okay. The first thing to do, I'm going to take this metal frame here and put that into that plastic section just like that there. On the other side, we've got the other side of this, which just goes like that. Okay, so once they're in there, we're going to be taking this whole section and putting it onto this side of the frame. As you can see, we've got the 3 lugs there which are going to match up. It's probably best to let gravity help me here. So put it in this way so that they can now stay in just like that. Now I've got some FP06 screws here. And I need 3 of them just to hold this frame in. So that's 1, 2. And 3. They're in, and that's all there is to do in that stage. The penultimate stage of this pack, stage 46, I'm guessing we might be doing the other side, or we could still be working on that one, I don't know. Oh, we are doing the other side, exactly the same then, just for the other side. So once again, on the longer one here, we're going to be having this metal frame here, just going in that way, with this point here facing towards the smaller end. And then the other end here is going to go on there like that. Once again, I'm going to be putting this onto the car, letting gravity, I think, help me again. Just like that. Simple way to do it, isn't it? Simple but effective. And then once again, these FP06 screws, 3 of these, just to keep this in. And then before we finish, just make sure that these are all symmetrical, which they are. And that's all there is to do in that stage. Which means the last stage of this pack, stage 47, here's the magazine. This is where we're going to be putting on this rim that we created right at the start. So as you can see here, we're going to be bringing the rim over. Looks like we're adding a piston in there, or a suspension joint, putting suspension together, so it looks like the shocks are going in here. So by the end of it, we're going to be having this on the car like that. A lot more parts in this pack, so let's get these out. I don't know if we're using all of them. What we are going to do is just take one of these and put that just into the brake that we did last time here. In the other side here, we've got a joint to put in. That's going to go in this side here. It's going to be held in with an FD05 screw, which I've got in my hand here. Get that on. And as you can see, that now turns as one unit. Now, these are slightly different. If you look at the bases, one's longer and thinner, one's short and stubby. It's the short and stubby orange section that I want first. And you see we've got a clip here. We're just going to clip that into the arm just here. So get that in. There you go. That's in like that. Then we want to take the longer one, looking like this. And again, there's an indent just in the bottom wishbone there for that to clip hold of. Like that. We're going to separate that with a spring. So put a spring over this side. And then this side here will go in the other side of the spring. So that looks like that. And then we're going to be putting the rim on this way round. It's going to go in between those 2 points there, which I'm just slotting in, and the top here like that. That's going to be held on with an FD06 screw here. I'm putting it through this way. So get this lined up and get that screwed all the way in there. The bottom wishbone goes in with a different screw, which is an FD07. And some oil does make short work of this. You see how easy that's going in. Drive that all the way to the other side. And there we go. That is that rim on the car. It's very surprising that we haven't actually put the wheels on, as in the tyres. We don't know why that is, but there you go. That's how that looks. We do have these parts left over here. This is just the hub. I'll put that back in so I don't lose that. But we do have these parts left over, which I'm going to save for next time. But that's all there is to do in that stage. That's all there is to do in that pack. What a strange build. Not really much to do in each pack, is there? And I do find that this is one of the easier builds, I think. So if you are just starting into Partworks build-up models, you couldn't go far wrong by starting with something like this, because it is easier to put together than some of the other ones that we've done. But I hope you like that video. You're not going to see me now till probably the weekend, where I will show you the wonders of Wonderfest, but I really hope you like that video. If you did, please remember to give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, please remember to subscribe. That was poetry. I can't believe I said that. Anyway, take care.